Hey guys, I kind of got bored, so I was trying to figure out how to make one of those party poppers. You know how you have that string and you pull it and it goes and a whole bunch of crap flies out. Well, I kind of figured out how to make a homemade one, and it costs about $1.50, maybe less, maybe a few cents more. Anyway, so to start, we're gonna need to get a tube. So I'm just using a king-sized. That's what the store called it, surprisingly. Bottle, tube of M&Ms. I don't know what else you're gonna get that has a soft, but I don't know what else you're gonna get. I don't know what else you're gonna get if you're not gonna get one of these, but I'll describe the characteristics it needs to have. So it needs to have a lid that snaps off, and then it's attached, so it's like that, yeah. And then the body of it, you need to be able to squish it, like, you need to be able to squish it, yeah. It needs to be really bendable, it can't crack. And yeah, that's just if you're not gonna go out to the store and get one of these tubes, which I highly doubt you are, because that would be useless. Just find a tube that's something like that. And honestly, this cap doesn't even have to be attached. It could not be attached, and the cap would just fly at the person also. That'd be funny. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is you just want to get a piece of paper. You can use white paper, or you can use a mix of cardboard, construction paper, it's different colors. You can use any type of paper you want. You could even use a playing card, it doesn't matter. It's just got to be paper. And then this is kind of what you're going to want to do. So you're going to want to cut it in small strips, but leave it attached. So you've got it, this small strip attached at the very top, just by a tad bit of paper. I don't know if you can see that, but just by that much paper. And then I'm not going to go all the way down to the whole paper because that would take up a long time and you get bored, but that accidentally came off. If you get a piece, okay, if you get pieces that come off, that's probably because you're cutting into the circle right here. You know what, the 3-ring binder, the place where the hole goes into the binder. Just, you don't need these, it's not very much paper, just chuck them, or if you want to use them you can. But I'll just do a few more, and then I'll show you what you're going to do next. So while you're cutting up the paper, you can be singing the ABCs in your head to pass the time, or you can sing the Happy Birthday song to pass the time. But if you don't sing a song, this isn't gonna work properly. Actually, it will, obviously. Okay, so let's just pretend this is all the paper I had. It's all in little slits, so yeah. What we're gonna do is where the top is, we're just gonna fold it in half. So now my scissors can slice all of these in one cut without having to cut, then move up and cut again. Because if we fold it in half, I'll just be able to go cut in one snip. It just saves time. You don't have to fold it, but it saves time. So once you've got it like this, all you're gonna do is start cutting from the ends, or from the end to the top. And it is gonna make a little bit of a mess. And this is gonna be your ammunition, if you haven't figured that out. I think I already told you what it was. I don't remember though. So yeah. And then when you're done cutting your ammunition, you can either cut the rest of the top apart or just toss it. And then you're going to load this in tube a little bit like this, or you can cut it straight into the tube. I tried that, it's a little bit harder, but you can do it, I hope, because if you can't, that would be weird. It would just make a littler mess, a smaller mess. And now you can hear that I've got my stuff in here. Okay, oh yeah, I already had some in here from earlier, because this is the other scraps from when I was testing. And I've got the paper about halfway in the tube, so it's from the bottom to here is where the paper is. You don't want to fill the paper all the way, because that would just, it wouldn't work as well. And then, whenever you close it, there's empty space for about half the tube. That empty space has air, right? So, if you squeeze the air, if you squeeze the tube, the air has to go somewhere. And it can't come out the back because there's no hole, and it's not just gonna like rip a hole in the bottom of it. It's gonna come out the easiest spot it can come out of, which is the lid, where it's just a snap, where it's just snapped on. So if you squeeze, the lid will pop off. Now, if you've got your ammo in here, if you just flip it upside down and then turn it on its side, you can see the ammo is at the very top, so it's not gonna fall back down to the bottom. So if you do that and then you squeeze, it goes everywhere. And now you're thinking, oh, that's really stupid, that wasn't very big. Well, let me just put this back in here. Let me see if I can do this. Since I'm on my bed, I might not be able to do it very well, because I'm going to have to use my knee, because it has to be on a hard surface to do this. But if you put it on a hard surface, you can bang on it. Okay, yeah, there you go. And it makes a louder noise, and then it goes a whole lot more. And the good thing about this is, like I said, it's refillable. So if you put in about halfway on your tube, or whatever size your tube is, if you put it about halfway, you can shoot it multiple times without having to reload it. And that was a good one. That was a really good one. Yep. So yeah, the only bad thing about this, it's pretty much the exact same as the other one, but the only bad thing is the paper size that you put in there will determine how frustrated you get whenever you're cleaning up. Because if you put in pieces like this, that won't be frustrating. But if you put in pieces like this, which you probably can't even, oh yeah, you can see that, then it's gonna eventually get frustrating. So I just put in a hole, I just cut it up, and whatever size it is, it is. I try not to cut it too small, but I try not to cut it too large. So yeah, that's your homemade party popper.